What is up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be spectating random players in Fortnite Zero Build, going over what they do well, what they could do differently, and just the state of the game right now. As always, if you guys do enjoy this video, find it helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you would rank Chapter 6 Season 1 out of 10, because we are very close to the launch of Season 2. As of the time I'm posting this, it's about 2 weeks away. So this season is basically done and dusted. There will be, you know, maybe a mini event, maybe something random unvaulted like they usually do, but this season is basically over. I think this season was quite good. Like, it definitely had its problems or its annoying aspects. Every Fortnite season does, but as far as chapter opening seasons go, I think this is my second favorite behind Chapter 4. So I enjoyed this season quite a bit. I'm definitely looking forward to see what changes in Season 2. A lot of people, I think, would definitely be wanting the Typhoon Blade to be removed. And I'm interested to kind of see what happens there, because I think the entirety of Chapter 6 is going to be like somewhat Japanese themed. Like, it definitely seems pretty baked into the map. So I don't know if we're going to do a big shift as far as that goes. I'm being landing Mass Meadows. I've probably landed here for several of these videos. It's been my favorite POI for all of Chapter 6. But recently it got a minor update where there's now this AI in the center that'll shoot at some guards. And if you help him clear out the guards, there will be a mini samurai boss that spawns that can quickly be eliminated. And from that boss, you get a guaranteed purple sentinel pump and a guaranteed typhoon blade, in addition to either a void or fire boon. And so there's also the guaranteed void mask at the bottom here. And so if you do get the mask and clear out that boss, you get a guaranteed purple pump, a guaranteed typhoon blade, and a guaranteed void mask every single game. You could previously duel the NPC that's at this building here to get a purple hollow twister AR. That is no longer the case. You can't duel him anymore. But that AI that's fighting in the center, you can purchase a blue one from. So there's also a guaranteed hollow twister AR here. And there might be other POIs with more loot, like the vault at Nightshade Forest, or maybe the little mini vault at Flooded Frogs. But just how quickly you can get the guaranteed loot here is something I really appreciate. Clear out those guards really quickly. Get the void mask very quickly. It's very easy to get. And like I said, it's guaranteed, which is something that I really appreciate. This should be a kill here. This person is somewhat weak, and the person we're spectating has high ground. They shot one shot of their Oni shotgun. They have one more shot unless they get a reload off. That shield bubble maybe saves them. Oh, wow. I thought that sword was going to get the kill there. All right, they get the kill. One thing I don't like about how this player has played this thus far, though, is they played very slow off spawn. And, you know, maybe it worked out for them. They got that kill there. But if there's somebody on the other side of the POI looting, they've had much longer to loot than this player has, because this player has basically been doing nothing with their time. And because of that, that other person could be much better, like, looted than them. As far as, like, shield goes and what weapons they have. Might not matter, because this Joker has the Typhoon Blade. And they might also get third-party timing on them fighting in the bottom. But I think that's something to be considered with early game, is that, like, there's other people in the POI typically. Like, it's rarely a 1v1. And then even if it is, there's other people on the map that may rotate in. So taking a very long time to clear your POI can end up costing you. Like, playing safe can expose you to more risk at times, or put you at a disadvantage in future fights if you don't get other loot. They have, like, okay loot right now. I'm not saying they need, like, all gold stuff. You can break this floor to just get all the barrels at once. But, like, let's say, for example, this player hates the Oni shotgun. Like, having that as their only shotgun choice may come back to cost them. I'm going to switch just to see. We may end up going back to that player. But I just wanted to see the two players that were on either side of him. Oh, wait, maybe there's people fighting. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like there's somebody fighting the boss up there. There's always the guard shooting at him, or the other NPC. But I thought there was another player. I would really want to third party this. It's very obvious there's a person fighting this boss here. So you might as well take the time to, like, just get that free kill. Unfortunately, the kill is not very free. But I think if they were a little bit faster there, it would have been. This person is already getting third-partied as well, though. They're getting shot in the back. Oof. And they go to the bottom. Overchase. Oh, I thought they died there. I was going to say overchasing this could come back to cost this player, even if he gets the kill there, because there was somebody else shooting him in the back. And putting everything into that kill exposes them to the other person. The other guy jumping down here is pretty good for him, though. Like, it kind of made them more isolated, you know? But if they just fried him when he was running across that field, that would have been pretty bad. See if he goes. Oh, this NPC also drops 2 big pots as well. And when you kill him, there's this rare chest that spawns that you can open. I think I forgot to mention that at the start of the video. Which, okay, the rare chest doesn't give him anything that special, but like it's still just having that guaranteed that quickly, I feel like is very nice. In addition to everything else that it comes with. Getting shot. I'm not sure if this person is real though, because of the fact that they didn't really chase. Yeah, it seems like this is an AI. But he's going to take an eternity to eliminate the AI. And so far, with what we've watched from this player, I do not like their odds of winning this match. It seems like fighting-wise, they're very... I don't know if indecisive would be the right word. But kind of slow. And the amount of time that 8-Ball skin was able to buy while being very weak is not a good look. I think. Not sure what they're doing now. Personally, I would want to be going across the map to get this medallion, maybe this radio tower. The NPC here, the Vi NPC, sells shockwaves. And so personally, I would like to buy some from her there, but oftentimes she won't be there because players can hire her. And if somebody hires her, then you can't get shockwaves from her. Even if you eliminate the person that hired her, she doesn't become like a ghost. The NPCs that become ghosts are like the quest ones, and she's not a quest NPC. Gotta be careful in this field though with shockwaves, because if you're on the flower portion, there's like just a chance that your shockwaves don't work. Okay, the NPC is here. You can also hire her. She is a scanner NPC, and that's definitely something that a lot of people enjoy doing. Just buy shockwaves, and then seemingly he's gonna go about his day. Random loot here. I don't think he really needs anything though. I think he had purple pump, gold hollow twister arrow, right? Someone eliminated the boss, but has not taken the medallion. That boss doesn't die to storm. And so the fact that the medallion is on the ground right there definitely means somebody eliminated it. I'm interested to see if they take it eventually, or if it's just like if they're actively leaving it, or if they just haven't picked it up yet because of like the timing. A lot of people, I feel like, don't care for the ammo medallion very much. I personally like it a lot. I feel like it's really helpful for fighting the boss on island, destroying people's cover. Like if somebody's behind a rock, having ammo regen as you're spraying out their rock is great. And then also spraying out cars is another time I really like it. And you do need to be more careful using cars now with the explosive repeater in the game and the railgun. A lot of times you can get shot through your car using those items. So like using a car isn't just like you can just not pay attention to the game, or like you're invincible in that time. You are pretty vulnerable in them versus those items. I'm not really sure what this person is attempting to do here. Like, they don't seem to have, like, a destination where they're trying to go. Oh, someone did get the medallion, okay. Shots up ahead. There's usually people at this gas station. Seems like that fight's over with, though. They swapped cars. Oh, there's still 2 people here. I would want to get closer to this to be able to third party it. Okay, they get in the car and leave. But you could keep chasing that down. I was going to say, if that fight's going to happen, I don't think the angle he had was like a great one to AR them. So I would want to be like getting a bit closer to have like pressure as soon as fight happens. Especially if they were just going to be trading damage with the sword there. Kill happens near him. This person is off the scene though. They're not really that far away. But again, with like how this person that we're spectating has played thus far, it's like kind of out of reach for him. They did Void Mask kind of closer to him though. They're here. They're getting pickaxe. What do they do here though? They get out. That's good. They didn't just take it. Trying to sword jump around, but he's not hitting any shots in this time. And now a third party is coming. And this is kind of like what I was talking about earlier with things taking too long. Like he was, you know, using his movement there to avoid getting hit, but just doing nothing in that time. Eventually he gets beamed by a third party, and then that makes it easier for this person to get the kill on him. But I think either way, like the person we're currently spectating would have eventually won that fight. I did not enjoy spectating that Joker. Is that mythic air or just gold? I can't tell when it's on the ground like that sometimes. This skin is low-key good. I feel like I've never really seen anyone use this skin. The medallion player is getting closer here, though. I think he's probably going to have a fight versus a medallion player. He could trade the void masks. If you drop your void mask for somebody else's, you get it full. I think if you eliminated them. Maybe even if you didn't eliminate them, I'm not sure. It used to... Okay, he did it. It used to be that you had to drop the void mask out of your inventory and then pick up the other one to get it refreshed. But not the case anymore. I really don't like using this zipline. I don't know if the visual audio range is actually longer on the ziplines, but I feel like it is. And then also... you're kind of a sitting duck during that time. I also really do not like fighting these mid-game Shoguns. I would not recommend going for these at all. The only time I eliminate them is if I third-party somebody that was fighting it and had it weak. The person that was fighting it doesn't automatically just die there for doing it. They get away a little bit, but like, now they lose, I think. Or no, okay, here they are. But either way, the start to that fight was just not great for them because they were going for that Shogun. And then GG's. Like... and what you get from those Shoguns is just a random mythic between the either of the shotguns, the Surge Fire SMG, I think the Ranger AR, or the Fury AR. Like, I don't think those mythic weapons are worth. Now I would go kill the Shogun, though, because it was already very weak. I think it was less than half health. Or it's leaving anyways because the island spawned. But if they're weak and I third party somebody who did all the work, then sure, I'll get the kill. But I don't want to, like, actually fight that boss. I really do not think it's worth. You're often in very exposed locations. Like fighting the one on island takes even longer, but at least you're somewhat isolated because of island and people having to come up to the island. And we'll see if this player... I didn't mean to swap there. I was going to say, we'll see if this player goes for the medallion. Oof. There's that repeater we were talking about. Doesn't take the most damage there. But it's still something. Luckily for him, this player wasn't really within range to punish. We go up this mountain. I think he wants to sword this person off if they come to him. Maybe not, actually. I thought he was going to go up there and then hope the car would chase him and then try to sword them off. I don't know where the car went. Did they just leave? Okay, yeah, they left. He's an AI. GG's, crab in my shoe. The car is coming back. Neither of these players are getting island here. Like, I make it a goal to get the island. Oh, he got sorted off. He's going to catch himself, though. Actually, tilt takes fall, I think. Okay, maybe not. Void's away. He has no heals, though. The other player voided to him. Now he voided down. He's just running away and trying to catch time. But he has no heals to really, like, improve his situation. He's got to hope this guy over chases into a right shoulder peak. There's minis there, but that doesn't really drastically change his HP amount. And unfortunately, that's the way the Typhoon Blade goes. There's barrels here and splashes. If he got the Typhoon Blade off first, he would have had pressure in that fight. But because the other guy got it off first, he's on the back foot there. And like that's just, like I said, unfortunately, the way the the way the Typhoon Blade goes. He's gonna have to zip up the rest, I think. Oh, he's getting Explosive repeated. Not the most damage taken so far, but it's still just like not a great situation. This is why I really do not like this POI. Like, it's just such a mess to navigate, I feel like. Person is just continuing to shoot at him. No real damage has been done yet, though. This is like a pretty neutral fight, I would say. I feel like this is a fight where neither player can really do anything to each other, though. Like... Oh, he voided onto him. Okay. I was going to say they're both probably just going to exchange mid-range spots, and then if one pushes with the sword, then they'll... Like, that. If one pushes, that will happen with the sword. This guy's a repeater, though. And he's not getting 250 to 0'd with it there, but, like, you see how close this is to just being his game over. Like, taking 60 damage on top of already being behind in the fight was not great. And now, once again, this player has no heals, and so they can't just, like, reset their health. Like, constantly on the back foot here. If that repeater player's aim was just, like, a little bit... I mean, not necessarily better, but if it just, like, worked out, then they would have died there. They only needed to land, like, 3 more shots with the repeater, and they got them off. It's just hard to hit the car sometimes. And then also hard to hit the car in a way that gives you splash damage, depending on, like, the angle it's driving away from you at. He's getting repeated again. Oh, my gosh. And so a lot of you are probably asking, like, why is this player continuing to use cars if he's just constantly getting chunked with the repeater? I feel like the reason is because he wants to get out of here. Like, if he just stays around and does nothing, that also sucks for him. Like, he needs to just get away from this and then hopefully find heals. And so I don't even really blame him for continuing to use the cars. And then also, when his previous G-Wagon was getting repeater spam, if he just gets out right away, then he probably just dies anyways. Like, it's really like a rock and a hard place situation when his car is getting repeated there. And I think I would have done the same thing of just continuing to drive. Like, it worked out, but it's definitely a tough call sometimes. If he just gets out, he can also just get shot or repeated. It really is a tough call to make sometimes. Or, like, not even a tough call to make, but it's like, I don't even know what the right choice is. Nobody got island. That is very fortunate for this player. Because, like, that fight for both of those players there was just taking a very long time while island spawned. And I feel like getting in a long fight like that that's just kind of going nowhere when island just comes up is not great, because you're just giving somebody free time to get the invisibility medallion. But seems like nobody went for it. Maybe somebody gets it in storm, but nobody going for it is perfect for this player and the player that was fighting him. Because if somebody could have, they could have gotten it for free, as you can tell. Two people remain. There's one right there. He's going to shock on this. This is the one that he's been fighting, I think. He gets sorted now. Again, every single sword fight has gone the way of that other player. And I don't really know why he just went for, like, the sword all in there with no damage. Like, I would have really wanted to get AR tags there. Especially when, like, the sword hasn't been going his way. Other player voided onto him, but he voids away. For the 8th time, though, this player has no heals. And so it's hard to improve their situation here. With the zone being smaller, like, it gets rough. Almost gets hit by the repeater there. There's barrels here. You could have just boosted the car through those barrels, I think, and that maybe would have helped you. He's going to go for this truck. But I think you boost the car through those barrels, and then you get on that mountain behind him. And then look to hold that player. Like, because I think he could have gotten up there first, and then maybe beamed the other guys that are pushing into him. And sure, he's less healthy there, but, like, in an in-game like this, all you need is an opening. Like, that opening could have gotten him the kill, and then maybe he wins the game off that. He would have won the game off that because this other person is an AI. It's 2 real players in an AI. This gambit is fake. There's heals, finally. We'll see if he takes them. He's gonna get repeated here. This is fine, though. Zone goes his way, I think. It's bugged. I would really like to see him try to use his AR to get damage, though. He's getting repeated in the bush right away. This is okay, though. No real damage yet, just over shield. Like, you can take a shot or 2 of the repeater before it's actually a problem. I don't like this, though. What are you doing? Please go to the mountain behind you. Like, he's getting zoned, and this is good and all, but this spot kind of sucks. And it's a 1v1. Maybe it doesn't suck. Okay. But anyways, if he gets on this mountain, I think he can hold the other player by getting to him. But he's basically just giving that other player so much space in the zone that they can push up, and then they also have a mountain of their own. Whereas if he goes to this mountain, he can maybe catch them in that valley, and then he's also like holding them more in storm, where storm is going to be more of a problem. Now it looks like he's maybe going to go to that. But either way, I would really like to see this player try to use their AR and not just go for the sword all in again, because they've done that every time and it has not worked. And then with him, okay, GG's. With him also giving up all that ground that allowed this player to like flank him. Whereas if he went to that other mountain, then he maybe could have like stopped that other player from getting here. And GG's, it's a sword. Now, that guy actually watches me on Twitch. But yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Eventually he used the AR, but I think if he stopped that player from coming into storm and made it more of like a gunfight and not a sword fight, they maybe would have had a chance in winning the game, because their AR aim was not bad at all, but they just kept having sword fights that weren't going their way, and then kept getting repeated, and then also just kept opting into the sword fight. And they had a lot of mobility to potentially like go to that other mountain, hold the person, and then shockwave to safety if needed. Like they had so much mobility and just never really used it and kept opting into the sword fight. And then that other guy just loves the sword, I guess. But that is going to be it for this video. As always, if you guys did find this to be helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you would like to see more, comment down below what you would rate this season out of 10, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.